a very long time ago, a very younger, Gary Gygax and Fran Mensa introduced us to the Temple of Elemental Evil. This is a campaign that has been going on for a very long time, since Gary Gygax introduced us to the Village of Hommlet so long ago. People were able to get into the Temple of Elemental Evil and go from level 1 till 8 and have some iconic adventures and encounters that still inspire an awful lot of people to this day. A few years go by and a young Monte Cook returns to the Temple of Elemental Evil and takes us there for a new edition of Dungeons and Dragons for characters to 4th to 14th level. These two adventures have shaped so many experiences from so many people that they are like beacons of what adventure writing should be like and have been like for so long. Of course, things change, but some things remain. And now, Goodman Games have decided to remake and republish both adventures in two beautiful tomes, updated for 5e. Now, I haven't read the actualization, the update to 5e, but I want to take a look inside and find out if this is worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it. Welcome to the GMS Magazine Unbooking videos. You may be wondering, Paco, if you already have the original, why have you gone for the new edition and spend money on it? And I thought, well, because I don't have any better explanation. I wanted to see what they've done with it and bring it to 5e, which is a system I like a lot. And I wanted to have them side by side so we could actually compare it. So, of course, this is not the same cover as you can imagine, because this is something that came out in 85, and Temple of Elemental Evil was coming from much before that, which is something unfortunately I don't have access to, which is a shame. But yep, everything figures right. And have they kept everything? I mean, the thing is, I wonder first of all how they've managed to go from barely 128 pages to a veritable 700 pages, which is quite unbelievable. Let's take a look inside. Well, the layout continues to be the same that they used to have in the old ones. Mind you, for this AD&D, they already have 3 columns instead of 2. They've gone back to just the 2 columns as they used to be in the old days. We find illustrations that probably have been updated as well. But you keep seeing everything divided in small areas that you can prepare very quickly and very easily, which for me is something that used to make adventure preparation quite cool. I like that they've kept the maps so basic. You can see some things that we don't do anymore in map making. For instance, when we do diagonals, usually we make sure that it's very clear where you can stand or you cannot stand, whereas here it's harder to tell in some of these places, where the columns are. For example, can you stand here, can you not? We tend to, when we design maps, we tend to be a bit more careful with this. But if this is, I don't think there is a table of content, is there? Yes, it is. Okay, so these are 17 chapters as opposed to parts. So they are not really comparable from the old book to the new one. But original publications from page 4 to 41, and then the section 2 conversion from 2 to 5. So, wait a second, this is page, why does it start with page 382? I don't understand this. Let's take a look at the book. Oh, I see, I've opened this in the wrong order. This is meant to be the second volume, not the first one. And the first volume is meant to be this. One of two. Oh, so sorry. This is my bad. I got it wrong. So, it includes extensive commentary. Conversion by Chris Doyle, Rick Maffei, and Tim Wadzinski. Okay. Let's see what kind of work you've done. Okay. So, we start with an awful lot of material. Let's see. We start with an awful lot of old materials, which I always like seeing. Okay, this is very good. Oh, nostalgia, here we are. And this is all they needed. Very nice. So this is the originals as they were. This is pure nostalgia, by the way. That's all it is. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm enjoying this for any other reason than, oh my god. And the thing is, I didn't really leave many of these things because I got into RPGs in Spain. We got about it a lot later than this. But yeah, now this is the original. And look at what a grand job they've done of actually replicating everything. Absolutely everything. Now I still wonder how they've managed to get this, which is just two relatively thin books, into two megatomes for 700 pages. How they've managed that, I have absolutely no idea. So this is volume 1. From Hommlet to Nulb, maps. And then we can jump onto volume 2. And since this volume starts on page 387, we know that we are already on dungeon level 1 of the Temple of Elemental Evil. There you go. So this is it. So do I think it's worth getting something like this? If you have already played the adventure, then probably not, to be perfectly honest, because the pieces of information, they're probably somewhere else. Unless you, of course, just like it for the nostalgia effect. If you used to have them and lost them for whatever reason, or no longer have them, then this is a very good one to have. I think it will be retailing at about $100, so it's not impossibly expensive, but it's definitely an amount of money to be considered. It's not something to just get out, but you may be getting a lot of joy out of it, just like I am right now with it. Has it been true to the original? Well, absolutely yes, by the looks of it. Now I'm taking a look at everything here, and absolutely. Am I pleased I bought this? Totally yes. What can I tell you? Yes, I am. These are 700 pages of, I might even consider running this again, because preparing this will just be like remembering from when I played it in the first place. And I think my friends will enjoy it very much because they've never played 5e, so this might be it. This might be it, but this has made me very happy indeed. So hope that if you're interested in a chunk of history of D&D that you haven't experienced, or you'd like to experience again in the new edition, or if you're just curious about it and have the cash to spare, give this a go, because this is going to be a collector's piece. Very well done indeed. Thank you very much indeed for being there. It is truly and genuinely appreciated, and I hope you enjoy this. Please send your comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say and your experiences in the Temple of Elemental Evil. And until the next time, I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.